Hello, friends and neighbors. Welcome to another production of the program. We're on TV once again, once a day, every day, turn the machines and live forever. My friends out there in TV land, thank you for joining me in this very difficult time. You know, I heard Luke is going to make a show soon, and he told me, he's like, I was inspired by John
Webster?
Horseman.
Oh, Horseman, of course.
So,
Wow. John Horseman inspired a lot of people.
yeah. I was also inspired by John Horseman, and you know, I took the little bit of this intro. You know, I've been doing it for a while now, maybe a couple months, from one episode. But he always had different intros.
He was doing it off the dome.
Yeah, more off the dome. I try to be a little bit off the dome, but I guess with the intros, I have a little.
You're 100% off the dome, but the intro.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Not this part. I wrote this down, scripted. This part right here. Line. That's what Carl always used to say. Remember that?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Line.
Maybe Carl was just like doing not subversive jokes. Maybe he could just feel the what was supposed to come next, sort of. Like,
yeah. Hey, did you guys get me my Danish? Because if you didn't, I'm quitting. I'm out of here. All of you over there. Right off, the crew. The crew didn't bring me my Danish.
Camera one. Zoom in.
Yeah.
Or don't, I guess.
There's
Fine.
nobody there. Have you ever seen this before? Is your first time watching this thing? It's episode 3,435. You have a lot to catch up on.
We just figured, I think Jackson figured it out not too long ago. It would literally take you most of a year to watch.
I don't remember.
Months, right?
Oh, yeah. Are those the index cards?
Nope.
No, it's different. Not these.
I know. I can't
Not
use
these.
those.
Yeah,
They're
don't use
secret.
these. Okay.
They're sacred.
That's the thing.
Wait, why are these index cards so important?
Yeah,
I don't
they got.
understand.
I need to write on all of
it's
each
a
one.
book. You're making a book?
I'm writing a book. I'm writing a book. Each card is there, and if I lose a card, then
Your book gets shorter.
the book is shorter, and it'll be over. Everything will be ruined. I gotta start over.
What happens? Yeah, this is like the missing puzzle piece. Actually, we just finished a puzzle. I may have said on the program. Doing a little more puzzles lately. Most of these puzzles, I work on them. I'm working on them at Madeline's house.
Yeah.
And then I'm not the only one that enjoys them. Madeline, maybe she likes puzzles, but she's not like sitting down and actively doing them necessarily on her own time. But I will get pulled in and just spend an hour or two just doing a puzzle for some reason. Well, anyway, more on that later. There's...
Not now?
Well, I've been noticing that I'm doing these certain things where I'm doing things I don't usually do normally. Like maybe I booted up the old Game Boy. I was playing some Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
I was like reading a book. Like all these activities that are
leisure. Yeah.
I even like played a computer game on my computer.
Yeah.
And I think it's procrastination, or maybe it's like some kind of, I think I'm in a stressful time or something. Like I'm about to move and there's all these things that I like know I'm supposed to do. But like, I think when I get in these situations where I know exactly what I am supposed to do, but I don't want to do it, I do my to-do list upside down, and I like do the least important things, or I'll like be like, you know what I would like to do? Play video games.
When is Chinese New Year's? It's like right around
here, yeah.
Right? I think this is like really the year they say that, or whatever, the stupid Roman Caesar, whoever,
Roman calendar.
That idiot.
Stupid Julius Caesar, or I don't know what. Yeah, I know what you mean.
But the Chinese calendar, they got it more right, because this is really actually the transitionary period, and it feels like it, like in the world, like
totally.
It's like the seasons are changing and things are happening, and maybe you feel it.
Anyway, so doing puzzles, doing these things that like can pull me in and distract me from what I'm supposed to be doing for real. Anyway, but the puzzles are really fun and very satisfying. You just follow follow the puzzle piece, and like you look through them, and you like are looking for certain pieces, and you find them. And the two puzzles that we got from Goodwill, I got like a, let's see, what was it? A unicorn puzzle, and then the other puzzle was some sort of a, what was that puzzle? Man, I spent hours looking at it. What was it? Now I can't remember.
I remember small pieces of it.
Is it a cat thing? I remember it had a lot of different things in it, but what were they? I can only remember. Oh, it was a cat that had climbed up on top of a like a kitchen, like someone was trying to bake bread or something, or bake a there was flour and a rolling pin and all this stuff, and the cat was just sitting right on the middle of the cutting board, like right in the middle of the working area.
Got flour on him?
Yeah, had a little flour on it, and being mischievous, as if you like left for a moment and then found the cat just sitting in exactly where you wanted to work. But
yeah,
both of those we found at Goodwill or Value Village or something like that, and both of them miraculously had all the pieces.
Wow.
Which is like what you always are concerned about getting a secondhand puzzle.
Yeah. Whoa.
And then Madeline's housemate brought home another puzzle that used to be her mom's puzzle, and that one, both of that one and the cat one were finished when I wasn't there. I didn't get to place the final piece. You like come and then like someone had finished it. Like one of the other housemates had finished it, and the same thing happened with the new puzzle that I brought from her mom's house, which was like this really crazy like it looks like old style drawing. It was of a quilt sale, so it was basically like all these people and they're like selling quilts, and it's like Americana. There's like a church in the background, and like all these people like enjoying a country day, with all these quilts everywhere. So there was a lot of good patterns on all the different quilts. All the quilts have like different variations of patterns that are traditional quilt patterns, it looked like. Anyway, really fun puzzle to put together. But it also got finished when I wasn't there. But there was one missing piece, like a single piece, kind of not that important of a piece, but it was missing. And that's pretty weird. Like, what do you do in a puzzle? It like makes me want to like 3D print the shape and then like maybe or like cut it out of cardboard and like, paint it yourself or something. But like, what happens? Yeah, you lose one of these pages. How are you gonna know? How are you gonna like? What are you gonna do in that case? Hopefully, it doesn't happen. Hopefully, you lose it before you write on it too.
Yeah. If I lose an entire page, if I lose one of the written pages, I don't know. But if I lose one of these kind of pages, I'm gonna have to go double the length of the book.
Oh.
I lost one. I'm gonna have to buy an entirely new pack.
Really?
Finish it. Well, I don't
so
know.
Instead of it being 300 pages, it would be what? How much do you do these packs? 300.
Yeah, 300. So it'll
Wait,
be.
they were in like individual shrink-wrapped sections.
Yeah, I think it's. I
Must
think
be
it's
100
300
each.
total.
Must be 100 each.
Yeah. So if I lose one, then the book's gonna have to double the size to.
So then it would be 599 pages.
Yeah, 599.
That's an interesting. That's interesting.
Don't want to lose them. If I
No.
lose them, I have to. Well, I think when I'm done with this one, I might just start up on the next one. We'll see how I'm feeling at the time.
Yeah.
But then I'll be doing so many things. It's just another thing. I don't ever stop doing things. Maybe I shouldn't be starting new things. I'm writing this book, and I'm like, well, now I'm gonna write another book.
Yeah. Well, at least you'll have finished that other book, and then by then you'll probably have made room in your life for book writing anyway.
Yeah.
Today I went to TCTV to take care of some production end stuff, which turned out good. But then Andrew said, "Hey, you've got all those VHS cameras. You want to help me make a video for the Arrington's band? What is it? Old Time Religion video with VHS." And now when people ask me to start a new thing, I get a bad feeling.
Yeah.
Immediately, I just want to say no, and this time I was trying to figure out how to say no.
Yeah. Did you figure it out, or did you say yes?
Yeah, well, I said he can use the gear, but I
Oh,
didn't, and but it made me. I feel like it made me sound kind of like annoyed or something, or like I'm like,
Yeah.
I have too much going on. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Is like basically what I said, but that sort of makes it sound like, like I'm having a hard time or something. But I don't know.
I guess I would just say, yeah, sure. And then, like, we
Right.
deal with it later.
I guess, yeah,
It's like
that'd be a good way to go.
improv comedy, your life away, you know?
Yes, and
Yeah, yes. Yeah. And just say, yep.
what do you say in improv? It's yes and, isn't
Yes,
it?
and.
Yes, and I will be the star of the video.
Yeah.
Like, well, actually, we had someone else in mind for the star of the video. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm also the star. 2 stars. 4 stars. I thought that maybe this could be an ensemble piece. I have some ideas about what the video could be too, and this
That's
content, not just the style.
That's actually a good idea. Yes, and I think instead of old time religion, we should just sit in a room for an hour and talk.
So the production's back on track now.
It's still going to take a little extra work. Like, I got to go back there tomorrow because still, it's like sometimes you work on things in spurts and then you don't know, like, I don't know. I guess I checked out the laptop and then had some technical difficulties that I didn't realize when I turned in the first batch of episodes where they all were green. I talked about that in a previous episode.
You think it's the
already.
exports? Do you think we should go back to doing the exports, all of them?
But that computer really can't handle the exports that we need to make for the TCTV exports. Basically, we need to like make our file and then have TCTV, some kind of TCTV equipment, like finish it.
That's what we're doing now.
Yeah, that's what we're doing now. That's what we need. I feel like that's the best way to do it. Because we did try to make the TCTV file, and it's just like takes longer than 24 hours.
Yeah. Because like the computer does it in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, the computer does it in about 10 minutes on the laptop and about 16 minutes on the TCTV, like big computer, which is kind of confusing to me.
Yeah, it's like isn't that big computer and they do more? It's not like those.
You would think so. But
like the 70s had the computers the size of the room, and they do less than like your phone or something.
yeah, that was pretty funny.
I don't even know what those computers were doing.
They were, yeah, what were they doing? Like math? I think they're basically like giant calculators or something.
Less power than your watch or something, yeah. Or as much maybe as like a little calculator watch or something. Or they got those smart watches. Probably less smart than a smartwatch.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
You can like text and like look at pictures on those. I don't think you could have any kind of like photos or pictures at all back then.
Yeah, I was watching last night's episode. Was it not like the right timing?
What do you mean?
It was like not the right, or it wasn't.
Audio sync?
No, like the episode that was on last night was not the one that was supposed to be on 4 weeks ago or whatever.
I guess not. You could have fooled you, kind of thing.
Yeah, I was like looking at the numbers. I was like, I guess I forgot about my, slightly insider information about the whole thing, and I was like, numbers seem weird, but I didn't figure it out.
Wait, you didn't figure it out, or you didn't?
I think I had feeling. I was watching it, and I was like, yeah, it's like I was having.
I know this is an old episode.
Yeah, and I was having feelings of like, having like if being familiar with what was going on in the episode.
Yeah.
But I also was there at the time, and I also sometimes watch it on YouTube immediately.
Right.
And sometimes I watch it on TV, so I was like, I don't know where this. There's lots of ways I could have been familiar with the episode already.
That's nice. That's good.
But I don't know which one, if it was really old or what.
No, I think it's still. I mean, was the day of the week right?
It must have been. I think that would have been real obvious to me.
Yeah.
So, It worked. Whatever was on TV worked as just like having the thing that you're turning on while you're spacing out.
Do you know, how do you spell Lavoyer? Is it with a EU or a UE?
I read it like every often, but Levoue.
You are?
I don't know. I can't spell. I was thinking about spelling. 'Cause I'm trying to write this as a book, and I was thinking, or I wrote this. I said, usually if you practice things.
Oh, wow. They both look kind of right. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
If you practice things, up. There.
Oh man.
EUR?
I think UER.
UER?
Or I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, it's confusing.
It's French. I think either like gets the point across, which is like the main.
I'm gonna do EUR. That's my.
But you can't practice spelling.
No? Yes, you can. They do.
Well, unless you're looking it up and trying to correct yourself.
Oh, I see.
So if you're
I
just
was gonna
sitting,
say, because what about those spelling bee people? They like practice spelling all the time.
they're studying though. But you like
Oh.
if you want to practice like juggling,
Uh huh.
you just get your balls out, start juggling. Can't juggle? Keep trying. Keep practicing until you're doing it, and then eventually you're juggling. Like you could get advice from somebody else, but if you didn't have any advice and all you had were 3 things and you're trying to throw them in the air, and every day you just sat down and tried to throw things until they're all in the air, and then one day you're a juggler.
Oh yeah.
But
We should get a juggler.
if you're
You juggle? Have you juggled?
no, I can't. I'm not. I probably could if I practiced for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Could try practicing juggling every hour.
Yeah.
Every episode.
I don't know. I had some friends. I guess they were kind of friends when I was in my youth. And they were juggling all the time, and I thought that was dumb.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, why are you spending so much time juggling? Why don't you make TV or whatever?
Yeah, do something important.
Yeah. So they were juggling all the time, but if you juggle, you can learn to juggle. You don't need to. But if you're sitting there trying to spell, you could keep trying to spell forever. Can't get better unless you have somebody to tell you how to spell.
Oh, you're right.
You know? Well, I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I'm trying to practice spelling. I'm practicing. Maybe I'm gonna get phonetics better or something. But it's not something you can practice, I guess. Unless you keep looking stuff up. Well, yesterday I was here at or you were here too, right? Yeah.
I think so.
At
I was here for a little while.
Today is the TV's not. Today's Thursday. I'm still looking at the TV even though it's not playing.
I'm just looking.
Myself.
You're kind of like looking at the reflection of yourself on the TV screen.
I mean, I can't see them. There's like another video going on.
Oh yeah.
Usually that's me, but I'm still looking at the same spot as I always look at, but I forgot.
You're looking at the pale imitation of Fern Gully 2.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. I wonder if it's even worth putting on this bootleg tape. Probably not.
Wednesday though, I did the program at about 7, I think. Yeah, about 7 o'clock, and you were here.
I was here.
What did we do yesterday?
We talked.
Yeah.
We checked the phones. We caught up on
We looked at a lot of videos. Yeah.
2017.
We'll try to catch up on 18 today, but if we have time, but I haven't even gotten the phones yet. But after the program, I was here, wrote a little book of the book. We got some water, refilled the water, which is good. Oh, I gotta write the date on the water, right? Did you write the day?
I did not.
See, the last time you said that you think we skipped a day, possibly,
I
but
think so.
this is February 11th.
Today is the 14th.
The 14th, 13th. So I guess it would be 30 days. So
Usually it's 15, right?
yeah. Well, one is 25. I don't know. If we missed one, then it's over.
No.
There's no reason to write them down.
There's
anymore.
no way to tell if we missed one. So it's like, what's the point of not writing it down? Because there's no way to tell that we didn't. Like, can you count how many times we've refilled the bottle? Because I can't.
I mean, I can't now. I thought I could because of the writing, and that was.
I mean, can you do it without the writing though? You can't.
Well, what's the point of the writing if it's not accurate? Anyway, we might as well stop the writing. Like.
What's the point of anything? What's the point of writing even if it is accurate?
Well, if it's accurate, then you can know. We know how often I'm filling it up, and like. I mean, we could start over.
I think we should start over, but just write it like normal, as if we're not starting over at all.
I just would like to know if I skipped one, and if I don't know how to know. Could try to look at the tapes. I don't get a good shot of the tapes though. Of the water.
No.
So I'm gonna write it. I remember. Okay, the one time we got it on Christmas. And then we got it on the 14th. So we would have had to get it around the end of January. And I don't remember doing that specifically.
It's been a wild ride. I feel like I haven't gotten the water. Have you been drinking less water?
That much less though, but maybe I think I might have gotten, I said if we're going to go get, I was concerned about filling up my water here. I said, if I fill up my water here, it's going to throw the numbers.
Right.
And you're like, really? Is it going to throw the numbers? And I said, it is going to throw the numbers. And you said, no, it's not going to throw. I said, okay. So I agreed with you. And I got water out of it.
Out of there.
Out of here instead of going to the well to fill up my gallon.
Oh, and that shortened it.
So potentially, it did throw the numbers now because I was getting the water. Because it lasted less time. Maybe it's lasting longer now because I've been going to the well every time.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
that makes sense.
It possibly threw the numbers. Because it's like how much water am I drinking on the program, not outside of the program. And that was what the numbers were about. So maybe we did throw the numbers back by getting the water out.
Okay,
and that's
you're
okay.
Right.
It's okay to throw the numbers if we know. And maybe it's better because right now, I mean, even now, I'm glad it happened now because now we have this content right here. We're trying to figure out whether the water we took it out or not.
Yeah.
It's good content.
This is great. I'm really enjoying this.
I'm really having a good time here.
Let's take a moment to stop talking about this and reflect on how good of content this is.
Yeah, I was thinking about taking a moment of silence every once in a while too.
Right now?
I don't know, for the dead.
Oh, shit.
No, not for the dead. This is what Mr. Rogers said when he had an award. He's like, let's take a moment of silence for all those who have loved you into being.
What?
Yeah, it's whoa, wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, so they could be alive still, potentially.
Oh, wow.
I'm writing down today, even though it's potentially false.
I think it's not false.
I
guess we could check the tape of this year and see when we got new water. Are you saying when we got new water?
Look at the whole
every
tape.
Time?
Yeah. I probably.
Definitely.
I don't know about
we
on
should
the
leave a message
messages.
to the future right now and say we got water.
Yeah. All right. The 13th. Because the last one was a full month ago, on the 14th, January 14th. Maybe there was one when I didn't write it. I think it's possible. No, that was. I don't know. All right, let's do that here. Where's the?
Woo!
You gotta get that.
What's going on in my eye? It's too crazy.
Here.
Too crazy.
What is it?
My contact is frustrating me, or it's hurting, or something.
How long have you been wearing the same pair?
All day.
Just you having new ones every day?
No, since February 1st, I think.
And how long are they supposed to last? That
A
seems
month.
oh, really?
It's supposed to last a month.
Seems like a long
I
time.
take them out every night. Put them
Mhm.
in some
Bye,
fluid.
future.
Bye.
Seems like a long time.
Is it? That's good. Getting my money's worth then.
Yeah. Here.
Oh yeah, would you like to record a message
We're
to the
gonna
future?
record a message to the future for the water.
Hey,
Hey.
future, it's us, the past.
We got water.
We got water from the well. It's in the thing. We refilled it.
Did we get it? Did we miss a writing time though? It's
How long does water last? The last time we filled water, according to the numbers, is
A whole month ago, so.
what day was that?
The 14th. January 14th.
January
No,
14th.
it's February 13th.
Does that seem right, future? Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, and on the 16th, we're going to be at Lavoyer. And then there's another event. Oh, yeah, then we're going to Corvallis next weekend. So a lot of stuff coming up in the future, past.
You'll know about it. Bye. All right, wow. Let's take a look at the phones here.
Yes, let's take a look at the phones right now. I'm working on this thing. I don't know. Some reason.
What is it?
It's a flyer for an event that's coming up so soon that it's almost silly. But whatever. You know, why do we do anything? Is the real question.
Yeah.
Why do we ever do anything at all?
The only message we got is from Yellow Fellow. He just says, "Hi."
Hi, Yellow Fellow.
I can see it in the thing, so we're just gonna call him. I need to listen to that and say hi.
Nope.
We'll try to call Mr. Ginsu though, because I know he tried to call yesterday. We didn't answer.
Oh no.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, it's a program. We're on TV. How are you?
Good, how you doing?
Real good. What are you doing?
Yeah. I was watching Better Call Saul.
Yeah, is that still going on TV or is it over?
They have, the 5th season is about to air later this month, and, they're gonna have a sixth season, and then it's gonna be done.
Wow.
And that would bring about the end of the Breaking Bad universe.
Whoa, they're gonna destroy the whole universe?
About time.
About what?
About time.
Oh.
No, they're not gonna.
Like this.
They're not gonna. They really think they're gonna stop hitting that cash cow or whatever they call that?
Yeah, I mean, I've been enjoying it.
They're probably gonna make
pretty good,
Breaking Bad the movie.
They already did that.
Oh.
They kind of did that.
Oh.
But why? I mean, they're not gonna make like the other hitman who like the gruff guy.
Mike.
Yeah, Mike. Hitman Mike. That's the next show.
Yeah, I mean, Better Call Saul already features him like a lot.
Oh, okay. I haven't never seen that show. I didn't. Yeah, you know about this. I didn't love Breaking Bad, but I didn't watch Better Call Saul. I watched like a couple episodes. I didn't watch it. Continue.
Better Call Saul, it's a different feel. It's like the scenes are a little slower, and it's a lot of like I don't know. I would almost compare it to like the new season of Twin. I've only ever seen like 2 shows, so it's easy for me to compare them. But like, you know, in Twin Peaks, like, the season 3 like takes its time.
Yeah.
It's like kind of mundane. I like that though. And
I like the mundane stuff.
Definitely.
Do they ever have episodes where it's like the Breaking Bad, but from Saul's perspective? Because I want to see that show.
It's a prequel.
Oh, okay.
So it's getting pretty close.
Is it gonna end?
Now getting.
Is it gonna end when Heisenberg walks into his office?
I mean, I guess it's a theory. I think that'd be kind of like.
Stupid.
That's like, I think that would be like proposing that, like, his story is less important, and it's just like all about Walt. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that'd be kind of sticky, just to end like that.
Yeah.
The Walt's important to him, but like whatever, you know. I think it'll end. I don't know how it'll end. I can't predict.
Well, he's not gonna die. Unless they go.
do flash forward. They do flash forwards to at the start of each new season.
Yeah.
Of him like after Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay. So he's not gonna die then.
He might.
Unless they do a flash forward where he's dead.
That'd be sad. I
And
like the
then
character.
30 years later.
Oh, yeah, or even like that's like a good start of a movie. Like the main character is dead. They're like, he's just like crying. He's in a casket or
been
whatever,
done
and
a
then they
lot.
say, yeah, it has.
Where,
1 year
like,
later.
you see that a character dies at the beginning, and then you have to see why
Yeah.
or how. Yeah, maybe. I feel like that's been done.
I think every movie,
But
everybody should die. Just like
yeah,
the very
I
last
think
scene, like
in a lot
every.
of movies, you're gonna assume that the character's deaths will happen at some point.
Yeah.
No, there's definitely like there's those movies where they're like they are in the plot of the movie and then they like show the Polaroids of them and they say like so and so went on to go to this school and like oh these two
That's like
people got
reality
married
based
or whatever.
movies, yeah.
Well, no, but they do it in like those comedies or whatever where they like are making it up and stuff. Like I feel like they did that even at Dumb and Dumber 2 or something.
Wait, would they do what? Would they do what?
They basically like they like in the movie and then they tell you what happened to them after the events of the movie, you know?
Oh, it's like there's like the freeze, like record scratch, and it's like, so this is happening right now. Blah blah blah. It's like
No,
it's like
the plot of the movie ends like they
Yeah.
resolve the conflict and then they like
a narrator comes in and it's
oh
like,
no, it's usually text.
yeah, usually
over
there's
stills.
like still images and text, you know?
mm.
You can
Yeah,
do
it's
that
like,
with
who
death.
gives a shit?
The
Yeah.
plot of the movie ends and it's like so and so died in 1993 from a like heart attack.
Or just
You
like,
know what's
like,
you know
unrelated,
what's-
you know?
There's nothing worse than being stuck in like a big overblown like movie that you're just not invested in. You're like in the theater with people who are like loving it, but like I think just like going to movies. Like, usually when I was like younger, and I'm like stuck with my friends, and it's like a Fast and the Furious movie. For
What?
Oh, I love the
Yeah.
Fast and the Furious.
don't just on the Fast and the Furious. You don't like the Fast and the Furious? Have you ever seen them?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe.
Are you
maybe
speaking
it-
hypothetically? Because
It's just like it just doesn't. I mean, I guess it's supposed to be kind of hokey or whatever. I couldn't
Yeah.
get drawn
it's about
into
family,
movies like
yellow
that.
Or
fellow.
explosions. You don't
Yeah,
like?
no, that doesn't do it for me.
You don't appreciate explosions?
Not really.
What are you French?
Movies like that, it's just so many of them that you're like, all right. So,
But they keep upping the ante every time. It's like it gets crazier no matter what.
do they though? What's the end point? You know?
I don't know. They haven't gone to
Movie full
space
of
yet.
explosions.
Real big explosions. Fights and
They were like underground in the last one.
they fight.
Yeah, underground.
They fight a guy on a motorcycle is fighting a helicopter.
That was in Triple X, and that was like
Well, that's yeah. Still,
still.
at some point.
Also, in that same movie,
the next movie, they should be fighting on top of this. They should be driving cars around the sun.
Yeah.
they did drive
They're
in
shooting each other
Abu
with
Dhabi.
lasers.
They were like drove a car from one building into another, like in the air.
Wow.
You got to admit,
Oh yeah. I
Bad
think
example.
I
You picked a
saw-
bad example.
I did.
No, yellow fellow.
Oh, I was gonna say really because that sounds awesome.
I saw a scene where he was jumping like out of a car and like into midair and like save someone. Like he like fucking Vin Diesel or one of those interchangeable guys. There's like a few like bald-headed like muscly guys that all could be the same dude.
Well, Vin Diesel's the one
Yeah.
that drives. The other guys they're like are tanks, but I guess there is
The
that.
Rock.
The Rock is definitely like doesn't drive fast.
I very much so dislike Dwayne Johnson. Rock Johnson.
You're a hoity-toity. I mean, I like Twin Peaks too, but I also like Fast and the Furious. So
It's definitely cultural. I feel like I should watch all those
Yeah.
Marvel movies to understand culture because I don't understand.
yeah, I saw
like,
all the Marvel movies. I like it all.
that's why you gotta watch Star Wars too. You gotta watch
Yeah,
Star Wars
no, I'm
because
not-
it's cultural.
I'm not- I feel like I come off pretentious sometimes, but no, I just
Oh yeah, I called you
No.
French. That's what I was thinking. I was like, "What's that word, French?" That's what
I
pretension.
feel like I come off French sometimes.
It's kind of French. Yeah. That's why I think people. It's not pretentious people. They're French people. Yeah.
You can't
that
help it.
is
He's
true.
French.
Like, I have a brother-in-law who is French, And
Is
I
he?
mean, the
He's
kids
actually
are
French,
okay,
or is he pretentious? Or
but no, yeah, you'll be like making eggs in the morning. You'll be like, oh, actually, the way that I would suggest that you, it's like, fuck it, I'll do it wrong. I just want to
Yeah.
make the eggs the way you know.
yeah, I do.
I don't. I like eating my eggs the wrong way. I've been doing it for a while, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
He was
but-
actually being like that when he's French too.
what's that?
He was actually doing like telling you stuff, and he was
Yeah,
really
no, he
French.
doesn't really realize he is.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's just kind of like he means well, kind of. It's just like he doesn't even realize he's doing it. It's just like it's just his mode. It's like always like correcting everything around him.
Yeah.
Or making people do things the way he thinks is proper, which is I don't think really the way. I don't know. Whatever.
Don't do that.
Uh,
Yeah.
don't do that. Well, you can do that. People can do whatever they want.
All right.
Well, they can. I think
They shouldn't.
most of the time.
If it's not what I want.
They shouldn't. It all depends. There's a lot of things that that people could do and that they do. There's a lot of things that could happen and that have been happening.
That's true.
When people do things you don't want them to do, it makes you realize how often people are doing good things and not awful things. I'm like,
People do a lot of things, and you should probably let people do most of the things they're doing and not try to stop them.
Sure.
okay, you've convinced me.
Yeah.
I'll let them.
I'll let you do what you're.
This time, I'll let them.
But I don't know. I'm gonna complain about it or something. What are you doing? You're watching Better Call Saul. Are you pause it? Was it on TV or what?
Yeah, I paused it. Now I'm watching it on Netflix. This is like one of the few nights where I like get home and I'm actually like enjoying my night.
What
I'm glad we're a part of it.
what's stopping you from enjoying your nights on most nights?
Not having them. Well, because I like get home and then I just like collapse. But tonight I was like, no, I'm gonna get pizza and I'm gonna get a beer and I'm gonna go watch TV.
Yeah.
Nice.
And doesn't get better than that.
Sounds like a good night.
Usually you just go home and go right to sleep. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like I'll be working or
Yeah.
like I don't really let myself enjoy my time at home. It's just more like crash pad.
It's like what?
Go to sleep or
Like, to me, like everything else in life supports television time. It's like
no, I don't really get television time that much.
That's like everything else. You're like, if only I had more television time. I'm like, I want to do. I'm working anything you're doing just to support having a place to space out and watch television.
It is pretty nice.
Yeah.
It is pretty nice. There's a very the only time I think Trump used to be like kind of like more intelligent, like a decade ago.
I think he's going like having a he's slipping mentally. Like,
Yeah, he's kind of just became like if you like listen to interviews with him like a decade ago, he had a slightly larger vocabulary.
Yeah.
I brought Trump up because like there's an interview where he's like the only time I ever really liked him was like talking about to some dude and he's like the guy was like, what do you like to do for fun? And he's like, oh, you know, just get done your work and go home, get a pizza, and from maybe something good on TV, and you know that's a pretty good night. It's like, oh, that does sound good.
You know, I watched The Apprentice. I was a big fan of The Apprentice the whole time. This is what I always say when I'm talking about Trump, but I was a big fan of him on TV and kind of, you know, in a way still am as The Apprentice. Like, if I could block it all out and watch The Apprentice again, I would find that to be good television. And I found him to be a good, you know, a funny, and kind of crazy, but a good reality television guy.
Yeah.
So
it's like we're in like a weird reality show with like bad writing.
Yeah, but I think we've always been. I think it's always been like that. It's always been a TV show, and the whole government, I believe, is.
You think maybe now it's like jump the shark more than it ever had before or something?
Yeah, it's becoming like the reality is becoming like self-aware.
It's been a hologram the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, you just don't like it right now. But yeah, they're all holograms.
I'm just using like bro logic right now.
What?
I don't really know anything. I'm just like talking about these things.
What's gonna happen? It's kind of stressful.
It's like to pontificate about the government. I can only get I can say stupid things, and that's pretty much it.
It's gonna be.
They should do more reality stuff with presidents. They should make them like do reality challenges. Like I'd like to see our presidents like
Yeah.
do an obstacle course and like make an dress or something.
Oh yeah,
that
but
they
they're
have to
all
do a
really
speaking.
old this time.
Oh yeah.
At least Bernie and Trump,
Actually,
they're both in their like 80s.
I don't even like having to hear about it. Like I don't like paying attention.
I don't want to pay
Like,
attention. I
Yeah.
don't for the most part.
Kind of boring.
It's boring and stressful what's happening here. The last one, I mean, I think Carl didn't help, but it was very stressful in 2016, and I was rolling around. This is making me, more than anything, stressed. I'm just like, oh, I'm feeling the stress of the world or something.
It's just gonna agitate you.
Yeah.
I think the moment that you're involved in caring about stuff like that, but you don't really have your your life in order.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta figure out your shit first before you can do anything to help anything else.
Was Pennsylvania blue or red state in the 16?
I don't know.
You don't even know?
No, dude.
What? All right.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know.
I voted for the first time during the Trump election, and I didn't vote for him.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's too bad.
I guess I did my part, right?
Were you not eligible to vote for Obama in 12?
No, I was too crazy.
Oh, you're too crazy, but you were of age, though?
What's that?
You were,
Yeah, I was of age.
what is it, 18 or 21?
Yeah, but I was probably just I didn't even know how to hold a job down, so I wasn't gonna go vote.
Is it 18 or 21 though? What voting? 18. 18. All right.
Yeah. I don't even know if it's voting. Yeah, voting's probably good, right? Yeah.
I don't. I think it's all. I don't believe it's real.
I mean, I think it's it's something.
Yeah, they're trying to appease you. The government's trying to appease you, and they just do anything they want, and the whole thing that you see is not even real. It's just this television show that is a wool. It's a wool.
I mean, I think people like to talk about
a
conspiracies.
wool.
A wool.
Some great
It's a wool.
agendas and stuff. But I think there's a giant mess of people not really knowing what's going on. No one really knows.
The real president is McDonald's.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing the result of, I think, a country that's I like McDonald's and ladies and fast cars and vote for the president that personifies all of that.
Yeah. Where's Luke?
I think he just got home.
Oh, he
Luke?
just.
Hi.
Wow, I knew. Did I know?
Luke, that's weird because I'm on the phone with your daily hours being they're like, "Where's Luke?" And you just open the door.
Whoa.
He said, "Cool."
It worked. That was weird, huh? That was weird.
That was magic.
Getting some vibes or something.
Yeah.
What's for dinner tonight?
There's some shit. There's some Mediterranean frozen pizza or something. And I got a hazy beer, and it's one of those times where I was eating the pizza and it wasn't even that good. I overcooked it. I didn't really pay attention to the toppings, but it's just I'm eating something that's called a pizza, and that's enjoyable enough.
Is Italy Mediterranean?
I don't know.
Or is it Greece?
I don't know. I know very little.
Yeah, well, about food though. I mean, you work at the Italian restaurant, right?
Yeah, but I'm halfway out.
Because there's Mediterranean food, and then there's Italian food, right?
I think so.
It's not the same.
Probably.
But Greek, it's Euro. Mediterranean food is euros, or something dolmas and euros and stuff. That's all Greek, right?
Yeah.
But I think
I had a very good donut today.
I think that Italy is in the Mediterranean, but Mediterranean food is Greek food.
I think you might be onto something.
Yeah.
Freddie.
Freddie went to the restroom.
Oh, yeah. What were you about to
Did you work? Did you serve spaghetti today?
say? No.
Did
That
they-
was yesterday.
Did
Tomorrow
they-
I have to go back there.
Did they have bread?
We got a lot of bread. I'll eat bread when I'm like working sometimes. and
Ooh, do
too
they got
much
do they,
bread, but
do they,
also-
do they have balsamic and olive oil dip?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I like that.
They got like a chili oil. Chili oil.
Uh-oh. You got the hiccups?
Yeah.
Oh no.
You know what I did today? I was snacking on a bunch of magic mushrooms.
Oh, today?
Yeah.
Like already? You're in it right now?
I think I am coming off of it a little bit. Yep.
Yeah, yo, fellas, high on mushrooms.
Yeah.
Are
It
you
was like all day.
are you seeing stuff? Are you
No, I think it's pretty subtle.
You didn't expand your mind, man?
I mean, I don't think it's really mind expanding. It's more just like a freaking roller coaster.
You didn't figure out the secrets to the universe? That's what I have
No,
done before.
I don't think anyone's ever doing that.
What? Yes, they do.
Hey, man.
I think.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of LSD. Sorry.
Are you
Never mind.
feeling like nature, man?
Wow,
yeah.
that tree looks real good.
Yeah, you looking at any
Isn't
trees?
that a nice looking tree?
It feels fuzzy.
You still do?
That's all. A little bit.
You looking? Don't look in the mirror or something, right?
Yeah, look at a tree or like an.
Your eyes. I feel like my eyes and I look like dead eyed.
You look at anything cool? Just what do you look at?
Nothing really. I think I cried earlier.
Aw, that's good.
From mushrooms? That made you emotional?
Good cry, bad
Yeah,
cry.
It was a good cry. I was like, oh yeah, bad stuff happened to me in my life, but it's okay.
Cathartic.
Yeah,
Contextualized it. No, it's okay.
that's good.
It was a good contextualization.
Congratulations.
But thank you. I think that was, yeah.
You're-
No, thank you.
You're available to yourself emotionally.
I think so.
Yeah.
But, fellas, I think I need to go pee, and then you go back to my TV.
All right. Thanks, LFO. Talk to you later.
Oh, bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That's probably good. I
Mr.
think mushrooms are
Ginsu's-
good.
Mr. Gintz is trying to call us right now. Yeah, they're psychologists or whatever are gonna start giving them out.
Yeah.
Mr. Gintz is trying to call us. I'm gonna call Grandma and we'll call Mr. Gintz afterwards. 'Cause I think we're only about 12 minutes left.
What the hell?
Kenny,
Hi, Grandma.
how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm okay. I don't know under somebody's still here or not.
Yeah, I don't know. He might be at
There's
work.
nobody here.
I think he's at work. Are you? Did you eat dinner?
What?
Did you eat dinner today? Did you eat dinner?
Yeah?
Yeah. What'd you eat for dinner?
Yeah?
Right.
Nobody here.
Yeah. How about water? You drinking water?
Huh?
You got to drink water, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I will.
Okay.
You want to talk to Andrew, huh? When he come back, he going to call you back, okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay, then just talk to you later then.
Okay. Bye,
Okay, bye.
Grandma. Huh?
Yeah, you're always talking to Andrew. You're always talking to. Hey, I want to talk to Andrew.
Oh yeah. Most of the time, I'm not talking to Andrew.
It's very sweet, but she doesn't realize that you really want to talk to her.
Yeah, and I'm calling for you. Doctor said you got to drink more water on the medication. Hello?
What?
What?
Yeah, drink more water, Mr. Ginsu.
You drink? How much water did you drink today?
I don't know, a couple mouthfuls.
Oh yeah, well drink more.
Twice.
Do you have some water with you right now?
I just got done drinking Red Bull.
Yeah, drink water.
Okay, I'll try to drink a little bit of water. I
Red Bull's
guess.
probably not good for you. How's the tap water at your home?
Pretty good actually.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
do you know?
It's tasty.
You know if you're on a well or whatever the other alternative is? What's the alternative to being on a well?
I believe it's city water.
You're on a well or a city?
I'm on a well.
That's good. How about that open sewage pipe in your yard? How's that?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Doing pretty good.
Is it still there?
Looking good.
Oh, you mean, does it still aromatize my place?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure it does.
Yeah, your home smells like human waste, huh?
Did it ever stop?
No. Imagine not.
Are you used to it? You think?
No. That's why I call it sewer side.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it? You think you can smell it in your home?
Oh yeah. I can barely smell it, but like I say,
You're used to it.
I did a little traveling, and one or two of the neighbors gets it worse.
Ooh,
So
no.
I ain't really gonna bitch.
What is it? Is a pipe?
I don't fucking know. I ain't saying.
What do you mean you're not saying?
The fucking sewer is open to the public.
Yeah. All right.
Public access.
It ain't just a sewer underground and there ain't no like vents or nothing like normal.
Mm-hmm.
This sucker's vented, motherfucker. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Vented.
What the fuck, man?
Wow.
They need to pipe that fucker up in the air about fucking 50 feet.
Yeah. Go try to light it on fire.
Yeah.
Turn it into a flame.
Light it on fire and watch the fucker blow up, and then I'm wearing everybody's shit. Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
happened.
Yeah,
that's a bad
that's
thing.
not good. But
Yeah, probably
We do,
not.
Mr. Gunsu, we have something here. It's the LOTT building, LOTT. I don't know what that means, but maybe it's Lacey Olympia, Tumwater, Thurston, or something. Anyway, they take all the waste from all around and they burn
They take
it.
all the what?
Poop and other things, but it like creates a lot of methane, and so sometimes you can see this flame up above Olympia. It's known as the poop flame. You know about that?
I see.
You seen that?
The methane flame. No, I actually
Methane
have
flame.
not totally. I'm not totally fucking thinking
Not
on
familiar.
that.
it's by the
How
new
long has
Children's
that been
Museum.
there?
For
And
a
how long has this
long
flame
time.
been there?
Long time.
Been there for a long time, but it's like behind where the new Children's Museum is. So it's right next to all the children.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
lots of that actually.
Well, yeah, I suppose that's the way fucking it goes, huh? And they want the kiddies to go over there and play right next to it?
Yeah,
Right next to it.
Right next to the Children's Museum.
In fact, they have water that's like
Wow.
reclaimed water, and they're like, "Here, it's clean. You can play in it, children.
Yeah.
Don't drink it, but you can play in it. It's clean."
Do they have a graveyard?
No graveyard. It's clean. They
not?
cleaned it.
Aren't they supposed to have a graveyard next to the school and the fucking kiddie places so that the kiddies can understand you're gonna fucking
I
die?
think the closest graveyard is over, like almost on the east side, like on Boulevard. I think is the closest graveyard.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I believe I know somebody who's buried there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got family.
Not my family.
Oh no.
Enemy.
There's a really
Pardon
weird
me?
graveyard like across the street from Tumwater Walmart. You seen that one? That one's like not even taken care of anymore, but it's still
Oh,
there.
I haven't seen that one.
It's overgrown.
Overgrown.
Yeah,
They
if
don't
you're-
take care of that.
You ever seen that graveyard next to Tumwater Walmart?
It's like an abandoned cemetery.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's across from Tumwater Walmart. You ever been there?
Somewhere Walmart. Yep, been there.
Yeah, but there's you ever seen the
Graveyard.
graveyard though?
didn't see the graveyard that I can remember unless I know it's there. There's got to be one right across the street or something.
It's
you
in
know?
like if you look at it and you don't look very closely, it looks like an abandoned field, just like overgrown. But then there's some graves in there too.
Whoa.
I think I would just remember it being across the street from wherever that fucking Walmart's at.
Yeah. Well, what are you doing right now? What were you doing?
Smoking a bowl. I just got done freaking working on the old rental house. Freaking.
Oh, yeah? Pocket doors?
Pardon?
How's those pocket doors?
No, they're working great.
You fixed them?
I did. They were all fucked up.
Or did you?
I was so pissed off. I thought I was going to have to rip the whole fucking wall out. But then once I cut the whole wall, I figured out how the pocket door actually works. And if you got a 1/2-inch wrench, you can push the top of the pocket door over from well, I would say it's the inside, because you have to be in the bathroom to get to the fucking, a bolt. There's a bolt or a nut, whatever thing, and you get it up in there, and you get that on there, and you twist it one way or the other, and it just raises or lowers the door.
Oh, you found where the adjusting thing is? You found it?
That's right. And I just told you how to do it. So if you ever get to a pocket door, you cram a fucking 1/2-inch wrench up in there with a flashlight if you want, and when you see that fucking 1/2-inch fucking bolt sitting there, you grab that sucker and yank it sideways one way or the other. And
Hey, we got
which
some
way it fucking
educational
goes, right?
value on this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the other pocket door, oh fuck, you gotta make a fucking
Wrench?
1/2-inch thing out of a piece of sheet metal or
Zon.
something, because whoever installed it is tight. You cannot push it. You cannot get a wrench in there without fucking scraping the door.
They
So-
covered up the adjusting part, huh?
Yeah, they
Ooh,
covered
that's
it up
bad.
pretty good. So that one's gonna have to come apart, or I gotta make a tool to fucking do it.
You're gonna make a tool?
That's right.
Out of what?
No, well, actually, the door frame was yacked out of. It was in yak, so
It was in yak?
it was something. Something was yacked, and so I replaced it with a brand new piece of wood. And when I did that, I furred it out to where it
Unyacked
matched
wood.
the door.
Uh-huh.
I furred it out to where it matched the door since I couldn't get the door to swing. Whatever, I matched it to the door and fucking stuck it on there.
And it worked.
Yeah, same
Nice.
angle as the door. So, and you can't even really tell. So fuck it.
All right. Well, we only got about.
So I fixed that one without fucking with the door, the pocket door.
Nice.
That's all I'm saying.
You're quite the
Because I couldn't get
handyman,
to-
it sounds like.
That's right. I'm fucking sly too, motherfucker.
All right.
Don't fucking think I don't fucking use my thinker once in a while.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Hey, you ever use your thinker?
Or I did think so.
Once in a while.
Oh, yeah. We only got about 2 minutes left.
I wish I could use it to find out just what freaking somebody needs in order to take me back.
Have you tried
What?
talking to them openly?
Oh, I'm not sure how to just get that done.
That's usually how you find out about what people are thinking.
Yeah, well, what if you get the silent treatment?
Well, then it's time to move on.
Well, son of a bitch, motherfucker.
Yeah.
She was. The motherfucker was like 60 or 80 fucking years old, motherfucker.
The teacher?
And you think I'm not fucking worthy? What the fuck?
You're
Talk to me.
worthy.
I'm worthy,
Sometimes it's not
motherfucker.
about your own worth.
I am worthy of whatever she.
You're worthy of love. Everyone's worthy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Also,
Well, we're getting down to it. It's like the end of the show. I want to thank my grandmother and Yellow Fellow and Freddie. Thank you.
Wow,
Yeah,
thank you. It's
yeah,
been a pleasure to be here today.
Yeah, pleasure. What? You saying something?
I just gotta use my thinker some more.
Yeah.
And
You-
I am, dude. I'm on my way of doing that. I'm just freaking. It's only a matter of fucking time, motherfucker.
Doesn't matter time before you
I
start.
got everybody else jumping on me, wanting me to do shit. What the fuck?
Hey, can you fix my car? Program is over.
You're gonna fix the car?
No, you're gonna fix it.
I said, turn it to the left, and it'll unscrew, and turn it to the right, and it'll screw on. And instead of breaking off the rest of the fucking lug nuts,
It's over.
you turn them
Thursday.
instead of breaking off the rest of them.
We're on TCU Town 22.
Turn it to the left.
Mr. Ginso, I can't get my license plates off. The screws are rusted. What do I do?
Smack it with a hammer while you're screwing it,
Okay.
197 number 3. Up.
or
Fun Singers, a good song.
or pinch it with a pair of pliers while you're screwing it.
TCTV, La Bebe, Jordy Fabulous, Graham, South Spot, Condom, Whoopsie, Thirsty County, Washington State, USA. Thank you. And viewers, as you're watching, thank you.
Hit it with a blowtorch.
Hell yeah,
And
dog.
Heat it up.
Bye. Bye, Mr. Ginsu.
Or freeze it and then fucking unscrew it.